Welcome back to Teresa's Dead. My name is Teresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised, but if you're not into that or weird stuff in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to X out the video here, no harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Hello my little babies, welcome to potentially Deadmas. I know I'm starting late, I know. But things have been busy, things have been annoying, and I'm pretty much over it at my job. And I wanted to finally contribute to the most wonderful time of the year because listen, while you're hiding from your family because you just don't want to have yet another uncomfortable conversation about the time your aunt went to college, I hope that these videos can just bring some sort of peace to you. Because there's a lot of uncomfortableness about the holidays. So I'm hoping that this will just be a bright shining star for your day. Anyway, that said, I'm super excited to start off with a wonderful collaboration, and that is with my good friend here on YouTube, Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun. Little Miss Colourpop herself. I love Amanda. I love Amanda so much. If you have been living under a rock, do yourself a favor and go check out Amanda. Go subscribe not only to her YouTube channel, but her Instagram. Amanda has the best flat lays on the internet. I love her because she's fun and she's just adorable and she's just so goddamn sweet. I love her. Plus she has an Etsy shop too, so I'll make sure to link everything down below. But I have to say what I love about Amanda is that she has saved me so much time and money, especially when it comes to Colourpop releases. Anywhoosies, Amanda came up with this really beautiful idea of talking about brands that we kind of forgot about. Brands that we kind of stopped checking for because, you know, they're boring. So yeah, it's a little shady, but you know, it's true. Anyway, before I kind of go on and drone on and blah, 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 everything you need to know about Amanda will be linked down below. Go check her out and tell her I said hi. So without further ado, these are the brands that are in my rear view. Hey, that rhymed. Okay. I feel so good about that. Me and the snorting today. We need to chill out. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna start with the Laura's. And I have an honest question for you. And I think it applies to both brands in my opinion. When was the last time you got excited about Laura Geller or Laura Mercier? The correct answer would be, who? I honestly forgot about Laura Geller until I just saw an ad from Bethany Frankel. And I thought to myself, what the fuck is this? What is this? Who asked for this? Listen, on one hand, I love this idea of being you and being authentically you. No Photoshop, no bullshit. Only you and your years of regret. And I love that. Because quite frankly, there is a lot of people here, whether it's on this platform or TikTok or Instagram, that are perpetuating these bullshit lies, right? Like it's not perfect. And I kind of love that about this, right? But then on the other hand, I'm just like, Laura Geller, really? Really? I kind of didn't even realize she was still in business. I can't even remember the last time they actually had a product launch. Do you? I don't. Even like researching for this video, I fell asleep Googling Laura Geller. There has to be something. There isn't. There's nothing. I checked. Granted, I did fall asleep, but I checked though. To me, I guess the last time the brand ever did anything was that weird Long Island line that came out. And I think it's one of my first videos. Please don't go looking for it. I keep it up there to keep me grounded. Because we all have to start someplace, all right? But yeah, that was the last time I remember Laura Geller. And I remember it giving me an eye irritation. That's legitimately what I remember from Laura Geller. Anyway, the point is, I feel like the brand is stuck in the past. Yeah, I heard they had a few bops here and there, but they haven't grown. Well, this is grown, by the way. They haven't really grown since then. And pretty much that's why I don't look for them. From their boring yet basic S&M type packaging, reminiscent of the containers you would find in a Subway that holds all the meats and cheeses and veggies, to their, quite frankly, overrated formula. They are very much antiquated. And in that same breath, I guess Laura Mercier is like the hotter younger sister. And I feel like that's even a stretch. But here's another brand that I feel like is just clutching onto like a one-trick pony. Ironically enough, I used to get PR for Laura Mercier. Do you know how many loose setting powders I had? I had so many loose setting powders, I could open up a store. It was the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Hilariously enough, I never updated the brand when I moved. So I hope whoever's in my previous apartment is enjoying all those setting powders. If they're smart enough, they'll be stockpiling this shit. I hear it makes for a lovely cement. Anyway. You know, that said, like, I tried some of the brand's other, like, well-known products, which is pretty much just, like, the caviar stick, right? And, you know, it was all right. Like, I'm just not a caviar stick bitch. And, again, this is the kind of issue with the Lauras, is that they're just very much stuck in the past. And instead of doing something innovative, or just kind of keeping up with the times, doing the bare minimum, they're hell-bent on releasing the same products over and over again. It's like they're afraid of change. So they tweak enough just to make it look a little bit different. But in reality, it isn't. She is your friend who peaked in high school. So stop trying to make fetch happen, Laura, because it's not gonna happen. But I know for like Laura Geller, like she was, what, baked blushes? It's like, come on. Just do something different. Do anything. But anyway, yeah, I kind of always forget about them constantly. And another brand that I don't actively go out of my way for is Stila. When I discovered my love for makeup, I think that's when Stila was on their way out. They capitalized on having the best liquid eyeliners and liquid eyeshadows. And I think they were just riding that wave in hopes that no one will ever ask for anything else. Unfortunately, that's not the case. As time goes on, people change, preferences change. And I think what people don't want is just yet another liquid eyeliner, yet another liquid eyeshadow. Especially ones that ultimately dry out way too fast. Or have unnecessary glitter bukkake. Especially the glow ones, what the hell are those about? Whatever, anyway. Point is, I think yes, you know, on one hand, they opened the door for the possibilities, right? Especially when it comes to like liquid shadows, because wasn't really anybody doing it and they did it very well. But instead of pivoting and always just, you know, being one step ahead of the consumer, they didn't steer off the path. They got too comfortable. Even with their recent releases, if it's not a liquid liner, a liquid eyeshadow, or a really shitty holiday bundle, there's nothing else. I begged them, and I think everybody collectively begs them to do something different for 2023, but that's not gonna happen. We're gonna get a liquid liner, a liquid eyeshadow, and a really, really subpar holiday bundle. I could see it now, mark my words. So just know, every time I see you in Ulta, remember I'm looking through you, not at you. All right, Stila, get it together, sister. Anyway, when it comes to Violet Voss, this one hurts. Because at one point their eyeshadow quality was really, really fucking amazing. However, I just don't know what happened to them. They are they are the Nicolas Cage of the makeup world. They got into a little bit of tax trouble and now they accept every project under the sun to pay their debt to society. I think the only way I will ever look at Violet Voss is if they put Nicolas Cage's face on the palette. If they did that, done, sold. I will only rep that brand from now on. I feel like this brand has a very interesting business model. If you don't want one of those lackluster design palettes at Sephora, you will be given a palette every month in your BoxyCharm, whether you want it or not. And I bet you $10 that everybody watching this video has the Violet Voss palette that they either hadn't touched yet or they completely forgot about in their collection. Even if you don't want it, there's an unused palette somewhere in your home. For the longest time, I thought Byredo was the ring palette of palettes. No, I think it's Violet Voss.
And if you don't use it within 7 days, may God have mercy on your soul.
But anyway, I stopped checking for this brand when they stopped creating cute packaging. Yes, I know, I'm an asshole. I am totally vain. I do not wave any false flags about it. But can you blame me? Have you seen the packaging? Even Sephora only shows you one angle, okay? They don't even give you the full frontal because they know how much of a joke it is. Again, I remember a time when I had such fondness for their shadows. But their recent palettes also have like super weird quality, especially the ones from BoxyCharm. So the more subpar they get, the more invisible they become. And honestly, one of the reasons why I stopped getting subscription boxes, I was tired of receiving the same palette over and over again. I had more Violet Voss I didn't even know what to do with, okay? Even when I was decluttering it to friends, families, shelters, after a while they were like, I'm good. And that's bad when people don't want free makeup, okay? Just saying. Oh, Violet Voss. Maybe you'll have a comeback, maybe you won't. Probably won't. The last brand I want to mention is Ciate. What the hell happened to them? Actually, were they ever a thing? For the longest time, I feel like the only thing I knew of Ciate was the one holiday palette that was on the sale page for years. Remember that one palette? It was just hanging on for dear life. Then I feel like out of nowhere, they kind of went the IP route, which I feel like is a dangerous slippery slope. Look at Hip Dot. Need I say any more? But unlike Hip Dot, who's at least starting a conversation, right? Because while their pieces might be funky, chunky, and clunky, at least it's starting and sparking a conversation, right? Ciate, not so much. I feel like the brand camouflages its weirdness with just so many collaborations that it almost feels like a Mandela effect. Like you're like, was that really a thing? I don't know. From the Edna Mode collection that just popped up out of nowhere one day, pans like haphazardly shaped with the same color over and over again, to the Miss Piggy collection, which was a travesty. It was a huge swing and a miss in terms of execution and quality. Then there was a Smiley collection. I don't even know when this was released. And then there's a few other random influencers that kind of threw into the mix. I don't know who they are. And then their aesthetic kind of started changing into like old school Makeup Revolution palettes and 9-pan Huda Beauty palettes. Like, what's going on here, bud? Are you okay? Are you all right? Do you want to talk about it? I think this brand is low-key having an identity crisis or a midlife crisis or it's having a crisis. And you know, just like that, their latest collaboration is with Iris Apfel, which, listen, I bought it. Cause I mean, how can you not love this? Like, they finally caught my attention. And how can I pass up on this sweet lady? I can't. But you know what? This is very, very short-lived. From the time that I ordered it, from the time that it showed up, I completely forgot that I even purchased it. When Ciate showed up at my door, I thought it was a mistake. I was like, oh, they're still in business? All right, good for them. This is not PR. Oh, I bought this? I don't remember giving them my address. Like, that's how bad it was. Anyway, needless to say, I don't check for this brand. I don't think their makeup was really anything to be like super exciting or even really good. I think when it comes to accessories, they just started to hit the mark because that Miss Piggy collection was a fucking, still makes me mad when I think about it. Could have been something so good. Anyway, in ways I kind of feel bad. I feel like Ciate is kind of just wandering around the makeup planes in hopes of just finding gold, but instead they're glomming onto bad ideas and cementing themselves as that weird brand that kind of just does these really odd collaborations, or basically a copycat brand for some things. So as I mentioned, were they ever a thing? I don't think they ever were. Now I want to hear from y'all. Let me know down below the brands that you just, haven't really been checking out for. Let me know because I would love to hear about it. And of course, if you want to see me do this video again, let me know down below. I'll be more than happy to do it. And again, go check out Amanda and tell her I said hi. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and to my YouTube and Patreon members, thank you so much for just keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty, really disgusting, really, really disgusting garbage boat afloat. I couldn't do without you. I love your adorable little delicious faces, and I just want to gobble you all up so you can live inside my belly and we could be one and we could have a grand old time. If you want to know what is currently on my face, which is a lot of good stuff, everything you need to know will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you little babies tomorrow. Bye.